Over the last few weeks, as we're getting closer to the release of FIFA 23, we've been hearing rumours that EA are putting in a much tougher anti-cheat into FIFA 23, which could mean the end of modding. Now, I've had a lot of people asking me to talk about it. I've been waiting for more information to come out. And unfortunately, guys, just a couple of days before I get my hands on the game, a week or so before release, it doesn't look good. It's not good news. You can read what's on screen right now. But effectively, I guess what I need to do is explain how mods work in FIFA, why they're so important to the career mode community, and how EA are trying to block them. Now, if there's anyone at EA watching this, I completely understand that from a business standpoint, from EA's perspective, modding isn't good. It's effectively breaking their game, and we're able to manipulate code and put assets in that we shouldn't be able to. And it's not ideal. But what you've got to understand from our perspective is, and I'm sure a lot of people would agree with me, there hasn't been enough polish and love given to career mode over the last decade, pretty much. It just hasn't had enough. And with modding, we're able to just add little bits of customization here and there, fix broken issues that just don't get fixed. We're able to create a lot more content, a lot more creative content. And it really helps keep the game exciting and fresh for creators. And that means the videos are better. And ultimately, that means more people have eyes on your game and are buying your game. But I've been of the opinion that over the last few years, if you're going to play career mode, you just simply have to play it on PC. And you have to learn how to use mods to really get the best out of the game, which is a shame. Ultimately, it's a shame. The game should be coming out in such a good state that no one needs to mod it. No one needs to modify the game whatsoever because it's already really good fun, but that's just not the case. At the end of this video, I'm going to discuss what I think should happen from EA to effectively end the need for modding and some solutions. But for now, let me explain how modding works. Really basic terms, because I don't have a huge understanding of the details, but I just know effectively when we mod FIFA, we're able to extract things such as textures, assets and things like that, and we're also able to import textures. We're almost able to overwrite what's in the game already. So some old Adidas boots, they're old now. We want the new version that's come out in real life 6 months into the game. We can get that texture online, or someone can create it, and then you can literally just put it in the game and you almost copy it over. You overwrite the old pair of boots with the new boots, and you kind of push it into the game. And that's the same with many other things. We're able to hook into coding of the game so we can make things a little bit easier for ourselves. For example, you can give yourself a higher manager rating. You can manipulate what rating you've got. You can make all your players fully fit by pressing a button. It's cheating. It's called a cheat engine. Of course it's cheating, but what it means is you can do things like rebuilds. I know rebuilds are a massively popular series on the career mode YouTube scene, where you're taking a team, rebuilding them over 10 seasons. And the fact is, if you try and do that without mods, you're going to get sacked. It's almost impossible. So mods just make that a little bit more fun. And it's just a simple bit of software. I can show you here. I haven't got the cheat engine actually running right now. And here is something called the FIFA Mod Manager. And again, just to keep it really basic, you just import textures and things here, you apply them to the game, and then you run the game from here. Instead of launching it from Origin, you launch it from here, and it hooks into the game. You're effectively pushing your own assets and your own textures into the game, and the game doesn't really have a problem with it right now. It's fine. As long as it's not, I think, affecting the memory of the game or something like that, it works. What EA are trying to do is block that. So next year, or this new FIFA, this cheat engine here, normally we'd have all sorts of options here to adjust how the game works. We're just not going to be able to do that. We're not going to be able to apply mods here as we know it, as far as we're aware, because of this, because they're making it harder for external softwares to hook into the game. And if anything, I think it might act similarly to when you're playing an online game on PC. If you tab out, the game thinks you might be opening up a cheat or something like that, and it just closes. It just closes the game. And I'm really hoping that's not the case, because that is going to be very difficult to try and circumvent, try and get around. There is some positive news. the FIFA editor tool creator has got a working profile. Now, of course, I'm not going to go into details of how this works and things like that. You can always go and check this out, but it seems to be they've made some small progress already. But down here, we still don't know if we'll be able to apply changes to the game. That's the key thing. We need to be able to add things into the game, extract and then add. Sure, being able to extract, that might not be an issue. It's about applying things. And that's what mods are. So if we can't apply, it's done. It's done. And it's really sad. It really is. It's sad times. I don't know what to say, because as I've said, from the perspective of EA, modding isn't good. I've heard over the years, companies, I mentioned it earlier with boots, Adidas and Nike, they're not happy. They're not happy at all because they're releasing these new boots into the world in real life, and they're not made available for games. They're not officially licensed, yet they're in the game. Now, you might be thinking that's just not an issue, and to be fair, it isn't. If anything, it's free advertising. When I put fresh new boots into the game, people might see them and go, oh, I might buy those for my football club at the weekend when I go and play. I'm going to wear the new Nike boots. But from a legal standpoint, it's not right because EA haven't paid. They haven't paid to have those assets in the game. So it creates a bit of an awkward partnership there, I guess. And I understand that, but it's just a game. Ultimately, it's just a game. So I said I'd come up with some solutions, and one basic solution, and I'm not the only person that's mentioned this before, but what we use as career mode creators to modify the game is something called a cheat engine. It's a way to hook into the game. You can see and manipulate all the coding and stuff like that, which of course it's a bit brutal, but that's the way it works. Why don't EA give us the tools to create? They want us to make career mode videos, right? Career mode is still one of the most popular game modes. If you go on the FIFA 23 channel, the EA channel on YouTube, you'll see the career mode trailer has an obscene amount of views. I think it's actually potentially about the same as the Ultimate Team. It might even be more now. I haven't checked in a few weeks, but it's not like, a game mode that's dead. It might be dying online because people get bored. There's not enough features put into the game. And, that's fine. Ultimate Team is their baby. That's the game mode that they put polish into and work hard on every year, and it's still broken. But I get it. But the game mode itself, career mode, is huge. So many people play career mode every single day or do multiple career modes over the season. So what EA need to do is help us. I'm not expecting incredible new features every single year because I have now learnt not to expect that from EA because they don't do that with career mode. So the least they could do is give us an editor tool, a way to edit the database, to edit certain things, just like get under the hood of the game mode, but in an official tool. Give us the ability to go into edit mode, something like that. And it can't be too difficult. You can already go into edit player in FIFA. In the main menu, you can literally go in, create players, delete players. You can make them taller, you can make them shorter, you can make them faster. You can edit everything about a player. The only thing you can't touch is their face, okay? You can't change Rob Holding to have an afro, for example. I don't know why I plucked that one out, but he's got fantastic hair now. But there's already a system in place to allow you to edit certain things. So why can't we then have... You can still have edit player, I guess, but why not have edit career mode or edit database or edit mode? Just something in there to allow us things like, maybe a toggle can't be fired. Simple. Rebuilds are possible again. Give me more money. Unlimited signings, unlimited release players. Just so many little things that they could just make little toggles for. And it wouldn't be that difficult. It can't be that difficult to put into the game. Here you go, EA. My idea to you. You've now got a year to do it. I want to see it in the new game. Edit career mode, edit mode, whatever you want to call it, edit database. Give us that tool. Let us create boots. Let us create a club, crest, and badge in official career modes. I know it's so difficult from a licensing standpoint. We can't rename Arsenal Football Club to Arse FC or something like that because it's licensed. I get that, and we can't have the Emirates be Manchester City Stadium and things like that. And we can't edit their crest and we can't edit their kits and things like that. But maybe you can negotiate something with the license, the holders of the license, and just help us, because then we won't need to mod. It is that simple. Let us create a face on top of authentic players. Why not? It's frustrating. It really is. It's not going to happen, but modding is always going to be a thing until they give us the tools officially to not need modding. It is really that simple, effectively. We just need the tools. It's not good news. It really isn't, because, you know, things like the MGH United career mode, it's not going to be possible to do it as well as I did it before with custom kits and a real badge and changing the stadium and all the mods I did for all the players and things like that. It's not possible. And I'm going to have to use Create a Club, and it's going to be a rubbish badge and rubbish kits, and it's just not the same. It is disappointing, guys. And, you know, whilst my solutions might not be perfect, I do believe an edit database option, edit game mode, edit whatever, give us options to toggle being fired, or, you know, offer me a job, press a button. Like, just things like that to just give us some under the hood tools. That could be great. It's not asking for much, really, is it? So hopefully EA can do something about it. They clearly don't like modding, so they need to give us tools to help us create more videos and different types of series. And I think, you know, it'll be a healthy thing for the game. Who doesn't want to muck around in career mode? Like, ultimately, it's an offline game mode. Who cares? Who actually cares if I give myself a 99 rated player in every position? Who cares? No one. So just help us, EA, please. But anyway, for those of you who work in this career mode modding community, thank you. It's incredible what you've done over the years. And, you know, myself and other creators are so thankful for it. And best of luck trying to get around this. I really hope it's possible. We'll see. It's going to take a few weeks.